I will give you my phone number, okay? So to make sure that if you are getting lost somehow, you can ask from any Israeli to call me, because the phone calls here are really, really, really cheap using the cell phone, okay? So are you ready to write my phone number? Okay, +972 54 229 7549.
Jerusalem. Citadel or Tower of David. We're going to see it from Mount of Olives, okay? It's based actually on a tower that used to be here, built by Herod the Great, okay? One of 3 towers that he built over here. So now we are entering actually to the Armenian quarter. You can see the Armenian flag over here. Jerusalem is the only city that when you are talking about quarters, it's actually 4th part of the whole thing, because if you're going to Paris, you're going to the 15th quarter. Yeah. Sorry. Okay? And here you actually have the 4th part of the quarter of the whole thing, of the whole city of Jerusalem. We have the Jewish quarter, the Christian quarter, and the Muslim quarter, and the Armenian quarter. Careful, car is coming. Careful, guys. Chết rồi ra, chết rồi ra. there. Okay, this is Mount Zion. We're going to see it from distance also, from the overlook. And I talked about the four quarters, okay? I talked about four monotheist religion, and then we have the Armenian. To which religion do the Armenian affiliate to, as far as you know?
Christian?
They are Christian.
Yeah.
And how come we already have the Christian quarter,
Yeah.
and the Armenian got the quarter here, so how come is that? So the reason is when the people start to take over themselves Christianity, the 4th century AD, after Constantinus took over themselves Christianity, the Armenians are actually one of the first people that took over themselves Christianity, and these people are still exist. Because if you're thinking about the Romans, they are not exist anymore. Italians are not Romans anymore, as you know. Okay, so that's why in the 17th century AD they got the honor to get the little part here in the old city of Jerusalem. Okay. We are crossing the road. Please be careful for cars coming from the left hand side. You can see now Zion Gate, okay? Zion Gate, it's in the Mount of Zion. This is the reason why they call it the Zion Gate. Okay? The bell tower that you saw is already started. Hey, how are you? Are you on
People sell you more white.
We are in the Jewish quarter, okay? And it's really interesting that you're going to see how the way of talking, the way of clothing of the people going to change as long as we're going to move from quarter to quarter. The Armenian Quarter usually you cannot. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. The Armenian Quarter you usually cannot actually see a lot of people that walking over there. Only the people that are passing by. Okay. And here we are in the Jewish Quarter. You can see more religious and Jewish people that are walking here. Did you see the photos over there? Okay. And build the synagogue as it used to be. Okay? You're keep walking, the one with the red ribbons. You just keep walking. You will see the rest of your group. On the left hand side, you can see part of the cardo. Okay, I try to do my best R. Okay. Do you have Spanish speakers over here?
Yes, my husband speaks.
Okay. Yes, Gonzalez. Yes. Okay, what is a cardo? Or what do you, it sounds like what?
Cargo CRDO.
Yeah.
Cargo from the north.
Yeah, you know Cardial.
Yeah.
So it means this is the main street.
Okay,
What
the
we
heart.
see, the heart of the street, the main street of the city. In every Roman city that was built during the Roman Empire, doesn't matter where in the world, they have two main streets. Okay, they have the Cardo, okay, it's and the Comanos. Okay, you're not part of my group, right? How you are? Oh, because of the hat and the. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. In Jerusalem, it's actually a really special city because this is the only city, a Roman city, that you actually have two cardos. Okay, both of them starting in the gate of Damascus. Okay, if you keep walking in that direction, you're going to reach to the Damascus gate, one of the 8 gates that we saw in the border of the old city. Okay, and in a certain point, it's actually this is the gate. Okay, Damascus gate, and in a certain point, like a 300 feet after the gate, you actually have the split between the western corridor and eastern corridor, and this is the western corridor that we see. The eastern corridor, it was covered. So how actually they found the corridor over here? In 1967, after 6-Day War, when we came back to Jerusalem, okay, when we entered to the Israel, the state of Israel actually went inside to the old city of Jerusalem. Okay, they renovate the houses around here are quite new from the 20th century. Okay, and when you need to build a house, you dig 4 months ago. Okay, this part of the corridor is actually was really renovated, and they're actually doing here what they used to do 2,000 years ago, because in the main street, in the corridor, in the heart of the city, they actually have shops, okay, that you can buy whatever you want, and this is what we have today. We have like art and craft shopping, and we are still in the Jewish Quarter, in the part of the Jewish Quarter, okay, and we are heading now to the Church of the Holy Sepulcher. Please follow me.
It's okay.
First temple period walls, okay? Because shortly we're going to see the second temple period walls that is the part of the black tiles on it. quarter, the Muslim quarter, the Christian quarter. Okay, so this main street is actually the border between those three quarters.
Allora, la cancellata a destra è girata di 65.
Please wait, ma'am. Ma'am, wait.
No.
Welcome, hello. You want me to say galactic?
How about Dunkin' Donuts?
Okay, the bells that you heard, it's from the Lutheran German Church, okay, the Church of the Savior. And shortly we are going into the church, to see the Church of the Holy Sepulcher. First I'm going to give you some explanations, and then I will give you some time for yourself, because usually it's I cannot give you this explanation inside. Okay, so please follow me. Okay.
O Teodor se podojnë. Krishtoshi në Teodor dhe nani a podojnë si e thanë bërë
Si se pierden, pues ya saben dónde estamos. Pero cada quien va.
Спасителем его имя, когда не было фамилии.
Okay, get closer to me so you can hear me. Welcome to Church of the Holy Sepulcher. The beginning of the story, it's actually started in the almost in the mid of the 4th century AD, when Helena, the mother of Constantinus, came to Israel and built actually 4 churches. One of the churches is the Church of the Holy Sepulcher. She said that she found in the today it's a basement, the remains of the cross. Okay. Later on, no, the pieces of the cross disappeared. No one is really know where the pieces of the cross is today. Okay. What happened next is that in the beginning of the 11th century AD, the Muslims start to destroy really important places for the Christian and for the Jews, mostly for the Christian. And this is the reason why the Crusaders initiated the voyages, okay, in the 11th until the 13th century AD, the time of the medievals, as we call it in history. And here it's the Crusader period when they came from Europe, okay, and by foot, by horses, and by boats, they came all the way to the land of Israel, okay, because they heard what's happening here and what the Muslims are doing. They actually took over Jerusalem, and the Jerusalem kingdom was started in that period, in the beginning of the 11th century AD. Okay, everything that I'm talking about is going to be AD. So, actually, when Queen Helena built the church over here, the entrance actually was from the western corridor, which we walked through. Okay, if we will keep walking in that direction, okay, we actually could get into the entrance from Helena's time. Okay, but when the Crusader came here in the 11th century, they revenued the church, and from that point, the entrance to the church is what we see here. Okay, which we're going to. This area, which we're going to see shortly inside. When the Crusader actually revenued the church, so they now the church was a bit smaller, okay, because the entrance is not the same entrance, and it's a bit smaller side of the church, but the things are still there. The main things are there. Bigger than that, and I think it will be
No, 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 cái loại sấy.
Benderanya lu diangkat mulai biar kelihatan.
Tapi dengan bendera kita ya.
Is this where he's buried?
This is where they prepare his body for burial.
Or prepare for burial? Anna. This is where they prepare Jesus for burial. Very sacred place.
We are now in the first main chapel, okay? And this is the bathroom of the Golgotha, the Calvary that you see in front of you. On top of it, Jesus Christ was crucified. Okay, station number 12 is actually above this place. The people actually can come and touch the rock from the top of it, and you see what's happening here. So they're going to do that. Okay. First chapel, first main chapel, we are now, okay? And this is the Calvary, the Golgotha, that you see in the
Can you remove the glass?
This is the Golgotha, the Calvary. In the top of it, this is where Jesus was crucified at.
Oh, in there?
Up there.
Up there.
Up there.
It's,
Above.
it's called a what is it called?
Calvary in English?
Calvary.
Calvary or Golgotha. Okay. It's Aramaic word for a skull.
Okay.
Or Golgotha. Okay.
Calvary.
Watch your step.
That's the Calvary. That's the Calvary behind the glass. Google it. This is the first main chapel. Right. This is where Jesus buried.
Now.
This is where Jesus buried. Very crowded. We can get in.
So, what you see over here, this is what in Latin calls umpalus. Okay, is anyone speaks Latin?
No.
Umpalus, it means the navel, the belly button. What is the navel or the belly button in our body? Feeding, okay. Also what? A lifeline. And what else? This is the center of our body, by the way. Okay, the belly button, the navel is the center of the belly button. So what you see here, this is the center of the Christian world. Okay, this is resembling the center of the Christian world because it's next to the place where Jesus was being buried at. Okay, next to the Adipina. And we are talking about his death and his resurrection. Is much more historical. So this is the reason why here in Jerusalem, the center of the Christian world is here, and this is what is happening. Okay? So just make sure that you're going to be outside 5 minutes after. Just sitting. Okay, sometimes they're holding and this is. I do not know.
And you will meet there. Okay? If you want to follow me, you can follow me. I want to say little bit you can do that. Up to you. 10 minutes.
Ndio wanaangalia line zile inaanza. Mami.
Các bạn trông chắc họ là các bạn.
Okay, Muslims can go inside from this place. Non-Muslims like us can go. There is a way I'm going to show you shortly where we can go inside and we can go outside from all those entrances along the Temple Mount. The wall is actually a wall that built by Herod the Great before the year 2000 when he came over here. He enlarged the platform of the Temple Mount, which we're going to see later on from Mount of Olives, above. And when he actually revealed the second temple, and this is actually what we call second temple generation of okay? Because he enlarged the temple itself from 60 square meters to 144 square meters. Later on, I'm going to show you a picture of how it's looking like during Herod's time. So to enlarge the platform, we actually need to build this wall, and we only do this one. Thank you. And how did he do it? You have a big brick, okay? Then you put the other brick, but the second brick wasn't on the same line because it was a bit inside, okay? Then the third brick, it was a bit inside. So if you look on the profile of the wall, you're going to see that actually they don't stand like a straight, they are standing with a slight angle, okay? This is the reason, thank you so much, sir. This is the reason why those walls are than 2,000 years, okay? Inside the western wall tunnel, there is a brick that weighs 600 metric tons. It's huge. Okay, they actually knew how to build things, big structures. Yeah. At the year 70 AD, the Romans destroyed the second temple that was up there, and the Jews actually being spread around the diaspora, and only around the 16th century, actually, when the Ottomans came back, the Jews came here to Jerusalem. Some of the Jews actually could come close to the Wailing Wall, but not much as it was in the 16th century. The Jews do not allow to go upside up to the Temple Mount because this is where actually we have the Dome of the Rock and actually that 7th century, the beginning of the 8th century. Okay, so it's a Muslim-friendly place. We're going to talk about it. Muslim like you and I can go 5 days a week, twice a day. Okay, Sunday through to Thursday, twice a day, and this is the only place that we can go. And there is it's restricted hours. Okay, what I'm going to give you now, what?
See the Western Wall in Jerusalem.
And we're going to see it from another angle for in a few minutes. And on the right hand side you can see the grey dome, the big one. To the right to the pine tree. Okay, not the small one here. To the right, if you stand next to me, this is the dome of Al-Aqsa Mosque. Al-Aqsa Mosque. Okay. The Golden Gate. Okay? According to the Jewish tradition, when the time will arrive, we will open the gate and everyone will walk to the Temple Mount. Okay? So now it's locked, and we will just receive the Temple Mount as well. Follow me to my office. It's up there. And what you will see in front of us. Can you see the Dome of the Rock, the Golden Dome? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Inside the Dome of the Rock, there is a rock. According to the Jewish tradition, over that rock, Abraham was tested by God when God told him, take your beloved son and sacrifice him to me. You know the story about Abraham and Isaac? Okay? This is actually where Mount Moriah is. Okay? Mount Moriah. And if also, according to the Jewish tradition, this rock is the essence of the Jewish world. The first temple and the second temple actually stood over the place where the Dome of the Rock is. Okay? The walls that you see around surrounding of the platform, again, the platform was enlarged by Herod the Great more than 2,000 years ago. The Wailing Wall is actually on the other side, because what you see now, this is the eastern wall, and we've been on the western wall on the other side. If you look on the left-hand side of the Dome of the Rock, do you see a gray roof with a grey dome in the end of it? Yes. This is Al-Aqsa, the third secret place for the Muslim in the world. Mecca, Medina, Al-Aqsa. Okay? Going back to the Dome of the Rock, do you see further, do you see two grey domes, small one and a big one? Yes. This is the Church of the Holy Sepulcher. We've been there earlier. And the bigger dome, it's above the Christ grave. Okay? Going back to the Dome of the Rock, going back to Al-Aqsa Mosque, can you see further on there is a white big dome over there? Yeah. This is the center of the Jewish quarter next to the synagogue. This is the synagogue that we saw earlier. Okay? The demolition synagogue. Look forward, do you see like a big brown building over there? Okay? Behind the white dome. Okay. Okay. This is the King David Hotel. Every prime minister, president who are coming to the state of Israel, okay, to visit the state of Israel, there where they actually host in this hotel. Okay. Do you see behind it like a tower bell? Yes. This is the YMCA. Okay. YMCA. look to the left hand side. Can you see another? This is actually also outside from the wall. Walls. Do you see the tower bell on the left hand side?
Yes.
Next to it there is a cone-shaped roof.
Yes.
We saw the tower bell earlier while we were walking in the Armenian Quarter. Okay, this is Mount Zion, and this is the Domitian Abbey, where, according to the tradition, Mary fell asleep, and then she went, and Jesus took her to heaven, and actually been buried there next to Gethsemane Church. Okay. You said you are Mormons, right?
Yes.
Okay, we are now on Mount Olives. We are not going to see directly. I thought that we were going to see the university, but it's actually that direction. You're reaching Mount Scopus. On Mount Scopus, this is where we actually have the Hebrew University, and the also you can find there the Mormon University over there. Okay, the cemetery that you see over here below us, this is a Jewish cemetery for hundreds of years, because Jews believe that when the Messiah will arrive, everyone will come, rise from grave, and walk to the Temple Mountain through the Golden Gate. So people wish to be buried here, to be in the gold ring, like today's show, to make sure that you're going to be on the first in line to enter to the Temple Mount. And if there is a free spot, it's only going to cost you only $350,000. Okay, if you like to be buried there, approximately. If you see the little rocks on the grave, this is assembling that every person that's visiting the grave once a year came and put a little stone on the grave to say, I came over here to pay my tribute and visit your grave. That's why you see lots of stones on the grave. Okay, and this actually goes all around the mountain, all around the other side of the mountain. Okay, if you look on the right hand side, you see the gray dome over here. Okay, this is the Dominus Flavit. We saw it from the other side, from the bath, when our Lord wept in the last week of Jesus, the Holy Week. It started here at Mount of Olives, going down and went into the Jerusalem, as we know. Okay, and he stood over here and he looked over the temple, and he cried about the destruction of Jerusalem that actually was 37 years later on after his crucifixion. Every year when the pilgrims coming to Easter, they are walking from the place which we're going to Bethany. We're going to see the church where they start the Palm Sunday walking, and we're going to see actually where it's going to start. Okay, I'm going to show you how the second temple looks like during Jesus' time. Okay, so instead of the Dome of the Rock, think about the temple that it stood over there. Okay, so this is actually how it's looked like more than 2,000 years ago. Okay, the Temple Mountain important to the Jews because the first and the second temple, also the story with Abraham. So this is what is important for the Jews. The Christian, it's important because it's important to the Jews, the Old Testament. Okay, and then we know that Jesus visited 3 times at the temple. Okay. The second temple was built after the Jews came back from Babylon, okay? Because after the first temple was destroyed, the Koresh, Cyrus, according to Cyrus, the Jews can come to Israel. And as you know from the Psalm book, okay? By the rivers on Babylon, where we sat down, there we wept, when we remember Zion, okay? So Bonnie M make a song, a hit out of it in the 70s, but you need to understand that the lyrics is from book of Psalm. Okay, so they did the second temple. It's important to the Muslim because according to the Muslim tradition, on the rock, this is where Muhammad the Prophet went up to heaven and got the 5 pillars of Islam, and also we've mentioned that he went to Al-Aqsa Mosque. Okay, the edge. The meaning of it is the edge. So that's why it's important to the three monotheist religions. Okay.